Hi, my name's Ron. Welcome to this short video. In the next few minutes I'm going to show you something that could be harming your taxi or private hire business. It's something that you may or may not already be aware of. It's about your website, and it affects about 90% of taxi and private hire business websites right now. So, what is it? I'll get to the point in a moment, so stick with me for a few minutes. If you currently use your website to attract new clients for your taxi service or private hire, then it's likely you have a great website and you have spent time and money making sure it works well for you, which is great news. But there is still something that you need to be seriously aware of, and it is most likely driving some of your potential clients to your competitors. So, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about mobile users and those that search the internet daily via their mobile phones. Here's a quick fact to keep in mind. Did you know that over 50% of local searches are done on mobile devices right now? More importantly, your customers are already likely on the go and using a mobile phone to find your service. You may be asking how this affects your taxi or private hire business. Let me explain quickly. As you may already be aware, when a potential client lands on your website via a mobile phone, they are potentially faced with one of two results. Firstly, they may only see the top left-hand corner of your website initially, as I'm illustrating now. This means that they are faced with scrolling left and right, up or down, just to find the simplest piece of information about your taxi or private hire business. Or, as is the case on some mobile phones, they are presented with a miniature version of your website that is completely unreadable without zooming in, and then still having to scroll left and right, up and down. Most business websites currently are simply not set up with mobile users in mind. In fact, some don't even display at all on mobile phones, not to mention that it can take a long time for websites designed for PCs to load on a mobile connection. Ultimately, this means your potential clients are likely to hit the back button and try another taxi service or private hire in your area that does have a mobile-friendly website. Currently, around 90% of taxi or private hire business websites are not built with mobile users in mind, and their websites appear like this. So, what now? Well, this issue is easily fixed. All you need is a mobile version of your website that's built with mobile users in mind. So when the potential client clicks on your taxi or private hire business website using their mobile phone, this is detected automatically, and instead of seeing your main website that doesn't render properly, if at all, they would see your mobile version instead, which is built with them in mind, with everything they need to make a decision about using your taxi service or private hire within thumb's reach. An example is on the screen now. As you can see, they can easily call you with just a couple of thumb presses using the tap to call button. They can see your prices at the touch of a button, the areas that you operate, no scrolling side to side, and no need to zoom in. All at the touch of a thumb. It also loads super fast, which means they are less likely to click back and find another taxi service or private hire. Let's just compare the two side by side for a moment. If you were out for the evening, maybe having a meal or out clubbing, and decided you needed to get a ride home, you pull out your mobile phone and start searching for a taxi or private hire to call. If you as a potential client landed on the first website right now, you'd get frustrated pretty quick as the user experience is terrible. You want information fast, which is why you're using your mobile phone in the first place. When you can't find what you need, you quickly go elsewhere. So then you hit back and you choose the next taxi service to be met by screen number 2. There's no reason to go anywhere else. Everything you need loads up quickly and perfectly on a screen waiting for you to click the call button. As I mentioned earlier, 50% of local searches are done on mobile phones. This means that it is no longer enough to rely on a business website only built for laptops and PCs. Over the next 48 hours, ask your passengers if they browse the internet and look for services on their mobile phone. Most will say yes. So, I bet you're wondering how you can actually go about getting a mobile website set up, and of course, how much it will cost. The best part is, you don't need to change your current business website, which probably looks great on a laptop or PC. All you need is to create a mobile version of your website, and whenever someone visits your taxi or private hire business website from a mobile phone, they get to see the mobile version, which works perfectly on their phone, and means they are less likely to go elsewhere. When it comes to cost, I could quite easily, like many web designers locally, charge a lot of money for a mobile website. The benefits to your taxi service or private hire business are huge, and it's a fact that every business locally will have to have a mobile version of their website in the next year anyway, just to keep up. In fact, If you went to any custom website designer right now and requested a mobile website with all the features you need, you would likely have to pay quite a lot of money for it. I'm not like other web designers because I understand the needs and budgets of small businesses and in particular taxi and private hire services. So I have developed a service that allows you to have a mobile version of your website designed and set up at a reasonable cost and quickly, whilst at the same time giving you full control so you can alter or update the mobile website when you need to. This allows me to provide the ultimate mobile website solution with all the features needed for taxis and private hire services at a price that any small business can afford. I can help you with this. I create mobile websites for small businesses and especially taxi and private hire services that don't require any changes to your current website and at a price you can afford. I know how important a mobile website is for taxi services. After all, like I mentioned briefly before, your target market customer is usually on the go with only a mobile phone to access the internet and find your services right now. If you want to learn more about what I can do for you, just enter your details below with a note about the best time to contact you over the next few days, and I'll get back to you with details on how my services work and discuss what I can do for your business specifically. Mobile websites are not just a nice add-on anymore. They are becoming more and more important as time and technology advances. Leave your details below and I'll get back to you within 48 hours, Monday to Friday. They say a picture speaks 1,000 words, so I'll leave you with one final image. This is a comparison of two PayPal announcements. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.